The following program is suitable for viewing by children under the supervision of adults. Parental discretion is advised.
National Security Minister calls for a tougher stance on reckless driving following deadly Trelawney crash. Good evening and welcome to Primetime News. To our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com, I'm Carrie Simpson. Also this evening, more illegal immigrant Haitians captured in St. Catherine. And Education Minister calls for investigation into teens drowning in St. Thomas. There's also sports and weather in this newscast, so do stay with us. The news in detail right after these breaks.
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands. KFC, it's finger licking.
Welcome back to Primetime News and a special welcome to folks on onespotmedia.com. Up first this evening, a more aggressive approach to dangerous driving. That response from National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang in response to the two-vehicle crash which claimed 7 lives on the Falmouth bypass in Trelawney yesterday. Krista Campbell has our first story.
Transport Minister Daryl Vaz on Friday. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang on Saturday. 2 government ministers condemning a 2-vehicle crash that's killed 7 of the 8 persons involved. For Dr. Chang, the loss of lives is especially tragic because of the increasing police patrols and other operations to curb road crashes.
We have not only increased use of technology, we are doing national coordinated roadblocks across the island, which means a significant number of officers at critical points across the island. Yet we have had this kind of event, which means just one reckless driver break the rules, escape the dragnet, and end up with destroying 7 Jamaican lives.
And so, while he notes several government ministries will be collaborating to identify how to better tackle reckless driving, especially on highways, this mandate to the police.
I can only ask that the police intensify the already intense program across our roadways, across the island in this very busy summer period when entertainment and social family outings increase dramatically in the Jamaican situation. Again, let me express my deep condolences and sympathy to the affected families, but look forward to intensifying our effort to prevent any further any further activity of this sort on our highways.
In partnership with the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, Highway Patrol Division, we will significantly increase our presence along the highway. It is needed more speed in operation, more public safety checks will be done.
As for the National Security Minister's interest in this fatal crash, Dr. Chang stressed it's a public safety issue that has the government on alert, especially as the summer rolls on.
And I know the minister responsible for the Road Safety Act is deeply concerned, so we're working together to find the appropriate solution. The police has worked effectively and efficiently to reduce the homicides. Road fatalities is another major public safety activity, and the government will take steps to correct this problem very quickly.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, the police have provided more details on the deadly Trelawney crash yesterday, including the condition of the sole survivor. Details in this report.
2 mangled motor trucks in Trelawney wrecked beyond repair. 7 lives lost in a single crash. Head of the Trelawney Police, Superintendent Velony Campbell, says the 2 vehicles were going in opposite directions when the crash happened about 8 o'clock Friday morning in Trelawney.
The Toyota motor truck with 5 occupants was traveling towards St. Anne, while the Hino motor truck with 3 occupants was traveling towards Montego Bay. On reaching a section of the North Coast Highway in the vicinity of Bowgate, the Toyota motor truck reportedly drifted to the right side of the roadway and collided head-on with the Hino motor truck.
More than half the persons traveling in both vehicles died instantly.
5 persons, including the driver of the Hino motor truck, died on the spot. The remaining occupants were transported by ambulance to the Falmouth Hospital, where 2 later died. The driver of the Toyota motor truck remains hospitalized in serious condition.
The crash has cast an ominous cloud over hopes to keep traffic fatalities below 300 this year, with the road deaths in Trelawney so far already higher than in 2025.
Since the start of 2026, we have a total of 10 fatal collisions, resulting in 20 deaths. This is an increase over last year's figure, which is 9 fatal collisions with 15 deaths.
Deidre Thomas, TVJ News.
Now to a TVJ News follow-up. Less than 24 hours after 2 Haitian nationals were found hiding in bushes in St. Catherine, 6 more were captured by the Marine Police. The seizure comes after the Haitian vessel with an unconfirmed number of occupants evaded the police hours earlier. Commanding officer for the St. Catherine South Police, Senior Superintendent Leighton Gray, says after a series of searches, the Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard joined the search operation. It is believed that the Haitian nationals were attempting to head to their original destination, the United States.
Based on the description, it fits the one which the police had some interest. On closer examination of the vessel, it was revealed that it was blue in color and it has the name Stay Strong written on it and had a distinct number JMFO126RP.
SSP Gray says further investigations will be carried out to determine the owner of the vessel.
The necessary arrangements are being made to have these additional Asian national medically examined. The Asian authorities in Jamaica has also been notified, as also PICA.
And SSP Gray praised the residents for their swift reporting and cooperation with the police.
With the numbers of Asian nationals that has been found since yesterday. It now brings the number up to 8 in total. This now includes 5 adult males, 2 adult females, and 1 female who is a teenager.
Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon has ordered an investigation into the drowning of 16-year-old Monroe College student Kamal Reynolds. The teen reportedly drowned at a beach in St. Thomas after he and several members of the school's football team went to swim.
I have asked the ministry officers to get a comprehensive report from the school explaining the circumstances of this incident. We need to know exactly what happened leading up to, during, and in the aftermath. I've had a lot of questions today, and I'm awaiting the details of the report from the school before I make further comment. But just to remind the school community and the family that the Ministry of Education stands willing to support in whatever way we can.
Police say the teen was pulled out to sea by a strong current. One of his teammates tried to rescue him, but the rough conditions made it impossible.
Education are absolutely heartbroken by the loss of Kamal Reynolds. He was a son of St. Elizabeth and a proud member of the Monroe College family. I cannot fathom the depth of sorrow his mother and father are feeling at this time. I want them to know that they are not alone. I know so many Jamaicans are feeling that pain also. This ministry stands with the family and with the school community.
To other news, the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation has plans to stall issuing land titles unless there is clarity on the ownership of the road running through the Silver Sun housing scheme. The matter was discussed at the latest Infrastructure Committee meeting.
A gated community with a public road running through it. That's the reality councillors at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation say the Silver Sun development faces after developers built the scheme through the publicly owned roadway.
We cannot have the parish council road and allow somebody to come and take it over and then fence it around and call the thing gated community. It's not right to the people of this parish.
Now the Director of Planning at the corporation, Chad Allen, says the local authority has not been able to locate a lease agreement for the roadway that was supposedly given to the developers while the scheme was being built. And so,
I am anticipating, subsequent to these release of titles, they will be writing a letter to us because they would have to transfer the roadway now over to us now. And then when the roadway is transferred to us now, the discussions will be had now where the documents will be sent to us requesting to lease the respective roadway so that they can enclose it for it to be a gated community on that scope. The gate is there, the fence is there, the only thing is not there is the closure of the gate at night time.
There is no transfer from them to us. The roadway remain the roadway. So to whatever titles they are, the roadway remain the public thoroughfare. So I don't want something that later down the road, they bring us to court to say they want back the road because they had transferred it to us.
Because I understand sometimes it is used if and when situations do happen elsewhere. And they would have to use that road as an alternate route. So in no way, shape, or form, we can give up the public road to a private developer.
But with Spanish Town Mayor Norman Scott insisting that the local authority hold off on issuing land titles for the scheme until there is clarity on the issue, it could leave homeowners with less than they had bargained for.
They should have known when they were buying the roads, of course. So they don't get hoodwinked by the developer that them go and gate to the place. Build gate over some, build gate over some, left road.
We have the angle. They're going to try and return to push their way forward. And like the Rock of Gibraltar, we shall not move.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
And it's time for another break. More local stories when we return. The news. From fishers to businesses to residents, there is an urgent appeal for help to respond to worsening erosion as unusually rough seas eat away at residents' earnings and threaten lives and property. Details in this report.
Normally this would be a broad space for us to play some football,
but that is not the case now.
No, we can't come back here, sir. We can't come back here, sir, because you see I come from space.
And pushing residents out in the process. For the past few months, residents in Alligator Pond, Manchester have been watching helplessly as they lose more and more of their beach and houses in what they describe as the worst weather they've seen in decades. Businesses, properties, and lives are threatened.
For those who normally walk on the beach to get to their dwellings, it is very difficult for them. They have to be taking additional routes to get to their homes, which might not be as safe as walking on the beach.
Betty Brown says she already lost her house in recent hurricanes and recently the bathroom in her current house.
Melissa, come and go with me house, no get no help. Because I try to help me, I'm not now confirm you if you try to help me. Every meeting visit me, say me alright, me not alright. Since I see the sea come again, go out the house again. I catch, and I need a help. Yes, if one storm come, everything gone right now. We don't have nowhere to live right now. Catch, me need a help. I could have one board house and get me techie right now.
Over 85% of residents here earn from the sea. But fishermen say they haven't been at sea for 9 days at a time, and the catch is less than they're used to. Businesses have also been shuttered.
From May, June, July, you can't go see. My place right now full of sand. We can't eat in my place, we can't do no business inside there.
Breeze and the dust. Yes, sir, everything is coming, so business slow right now.
3 months without earning, it is really, really bad. And to compound matters, back to school is just around the corner. Most of them have their families to maintain.
Councillor for the Alligator Pond Division, Omar Robinson, is appealing to the government for urgent help.
I would have done my research and it would have pointed me to other countries in the Caribbean, Barbados, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, where periods of prolonged bad weather in those fishing villages, government and the ministry normally step in and offer grants or other financial support.
Few fishermen, them not now go on. So we say, if for me, come back, on if right now see, we have to find money to buy wire, not now go on see. So every government can come in and give the fishermen them some wire. Who when do wire, do line or net, can get net. Or even see a money, buy what you want, or do anything.
Some years ago, NEPA came in and they did some investigation and they were reflecting on getting some gabion baskets to break the waves further out so that we'll have the shoreline much calmer in cases like this. So let me hope that we can get back to that.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
And that's a local segment of Primetime News. We have news from overseas right after the break. identities of the deceased nor provide details about the circumstances or location of the incident. It followed a week of renewed hostilities in which Washington reimposed its blockade on Iranian ports, and Tehran declared the Strait of Hormuz closed. This as their preliminary ceasefire collapsed less than a month after it began. And the Primetime News Package continues with sports after the break.
Experience the FIFA World Cup final.